Now, there's one other person that I know of that has done this. We don't know if I'll make it or not. Must be how they get rid of it, is they spray it on the roads here. It's late at night. Rain. And I'm not gonna lie about it because there's no reason to lie about it. You guys, it's Jax. Welcome back. Today we're gonna do something that they say can't be done, like the old Jerry Reed song. Remember that eastbound and down? Whew. We're gonna be westbound and down today. However, we are adding a little dimension to this trip that will make it unlike any other trip. Now, there's one other person that I know of that has done this, and he did it fearlessly and flawlessly, and that's old Rooster. Taking all 4 of my kids with me on a trip from South Dakota out to California, reload, back to Montana. Now, to a lot of you, that might not seem like a big deal. But to those of you that truck, you know it's a big deal, right? You're sitting there going, you gotta be kidding me. Taking 4 kids, their ages from 3 to 10, and they all piling in the Kenworth, and we're going to California. And here's why, here's how this happened, okay? Here's how I found myself in this, I don't wanna call it a predicament because I'm excited for it, and I think it's gonna be a great time, at least for the first day, or 2 or 3. By the 5th, 6th, or 7th, we'll see. But check this out. My wife was hired to play music, Haley the Milkmaid, for a music festival for like 3 days. And at the time that she had this opportunity, I was like, oh yeah, supportive husband, absolutely do it. Well, what about the kids? Don't worry about the kids, I got them. We'll be home, we'll be cutting hay, we'll be doing stuff here at the ranch. It'll be totally fine. We're all good. Okay, so she books it. Fast forward to today, we've been droughted out. There was no hay to put up. She's leaving to the music festival, and I've decided to hit the road again because we're not putting up hay. So, where does that put me? Oh yeah, no, throw the kids in the truck. I'll be fine, we'll be good, you know, no big deal. You gotta play it cool, right? So I'm about to grab these kiddos and we're gonna go on a big trip and you're gonna follow along. I wanna show you some of the things that are important to teach your kids as you go through life. Guess who's getting ready to have another one? Right?
No!
Woo!
No.
See, we're here at Boom Concrete in Newell, South Dakota, of all places. And I just found out that it's a family business, you see.
Yes, it is.
And the Vanderbooms need to extend the pool of labor. I mean, that's really what it is. See, in the ag world, we don't have big families just because we like kids. It's a very vital part of extending the labor deal.
Right.
You are 46 years young, and I'm trying to tell her that it is way more about your health and how you feel than anything else.
I feel terrible.
No, I don't believe you. And old Dillyweed here would love to have another sibling.
Really?
Hopefully a little sister.
You're gonna babysit?
Dude, I'm really
I got my own
gonna.
house to babysit.
Yeah, I'm really gonna.
have to use
I'm
your
gonna
house
push for this. Troy, if you're watching this, you need to get home because your wife is hungry for more children.
No, she's not. Okay.
Oh yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
It'll be good for you.
For me? I think it's good for you.
It's good for me, it's good for them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's why we brought the big bunk.
There's 2 more back there somewhere.
Somewhere. These Kenworth 86-inch bunks, they don't mess around. Okay, here's the rules. No laughing. No crying. No talking. No smiling. No frowning. You all sit in a row and you be quiet for the next 5 days. JK! Fingers, I'm just teasing you. Okay, first things first. We gotta get moved in. This truck should have enough cubby holes and compartments. You all pick your own and put your bags in there, okay? No fighting, just pick them and put them.
I already put my jacket in this one.
Did ya? Good choice, Frito. Bam Bam. Where are you putting that thing, baby? Okay.
Well, we had our clothes on the same bag.
You get, oh, so you can share one?
I want to take my clothes out.
Okay. How about that bunk bed up there? You want to fold that thing down, Frito-Lay? This is why we love Kenworth. Never realized how much good use this would come in. Until now. Room for everyone. We'll see how it goes tonight when it's bedtime. Should we rock and roll? Where are we headed to?
California!
Army, where are we going, buddy?
California!
Bingers. Where are we going?
Taggy Fundy!
Woohoo! All right. Brab?
Yeah,
Think we're gonna get through this scale?
I think so.
I think he's busy. It looks like he's doing some book work. And I got a truck full of kiddos. So hopefully that means we're gonna get by. Don't let him see you, Frito. Okay. See him there in his pickup rabbit? Looks like he's on his computer doing some work. Looks like he's busy. He's typing hard. Got the green light so far, Rabbit.
Okay.
He's got a customer.
Wait, someone stopped behind him?
Guess what?
What?
We made it. Woo! That's probably our only scale between here and California. What a terrible time to have the scale open, you guys. There is so much tourist traffic here. We gotta turn across the 2-lane, plug the road up. Just typical state boys. Way more danger, causing way more danger here than not by having this scale set up. we're just outside of like Island Park, Idaho, Yellowstone. It's just constant cars. It just causes a big traffic jam every time someone pulls in or out. Ain't no good. And if you look over here, Rabbit, see that big old machine?
Yep.
I bet that old boy's in trouble for something. I don't even see him in his truck. Anyway, we don't got to worry about it. We're home free, Coop.
Yeah.
Woo! I'll tell you guys my first major trucking story. First time I really got put to the test. Old Rooster back in the day, he used to be a team roper. Like you watch, at the rodeos, that was Old Roost. And he had an accident while he was team roping. And the accident damaged his eye real bad. He's always dealt with eye issues ever since. He's got it fixed where he can see, but he, as a result, one of his eyes is permanently dilated. So it's black and the other one is, blue. So he looks like one of them stray dogs, that has two different colored eyes. Anyway, Roost had, I was in 8th grade. We'd hauled a load, 8th grade spring. It was spring break of my 8th grade year. We had hauled a load of bulls, some breeding bulls down in Nogales, Mexico. And we were on our way back and Rooster re-aggravated his eye injury. About a month previous, he'd had a surgery to fix his eye and he re-aggravated the fix and temporarily lost his vision. We were on our way back up from Nogales. We'd gotten to Idaho Falls, Idaho. We're headed back up near Great Falls, Montana to Fairfield. I don't know how many miles that is. Must be probably 400 miles. And it was about 10 o'clock at night and Rooster re-injured that eye, lost his vision. So he put me in the seat, said, "You gotta drive it home, son." And he had to go back. There was a certain position he was supposed to rest in to help keep his eye from getting too damaged. He said, you're gonna have to take it home from Idaho Falls. So in that big Condo International cab over, that's the first time I took over pure solo. It was completely out of necessity. And as you guys know, necessity is often the greatest engine for ingenuity and growth. And there was a need there to get home so we could get his eye fixed. And we knew I could do it. I had driven a little bit here and there, and I knew how to run through the gears. It was late at night, turned me loose. Turned me loose caboose. That was the first time I drove solo. Idaho Falls on back home. And I made it through. I remember I was scared because his truck, I remember that night his truck was having issues with the clearance lights on the trailer. And they kept flashing off and on. They'd just go out for a while and they'd come back on. If we drive through a rainstorm, it was spring break, so it was rainy season. We drive through a rainstorm and it'd short out, ground out on the water. And I thought for sure highway patrol was going to pull me over in the middle of the night. But it never got stopped, never got pulled over, and we rocked it on through. And ever since then, of course, that opened the floodgates to being able to truck. So from then on, I'd go with Dad to haul pigs to South Dakota from Montana. Whenever we got to I-90 in South Dakota, he'd drive all night and get us to the freeway there at St. Ange, South Dakota. Same St. Ange of the old John Wayne Westerns. And he'd swap, he'd go to bed about 5, 6 in the morning. He'd go to bed. He'd turn me loose and I'd roll across. Wake him up when I drove and hit Sioux Falls. So that's a little background for you on my trucking. And that's why it's in my blood, and I don't think that I'll ever be able to shake it. I don't think I'll ever be able to shake it, man. Something about that road. So, Freddie, what grade are you gonna be in? 5th grade. So it won't be long. It won't be long. Oh, baby. We should call ourselves the Truck Stop 20. It feels like there's 20 of us.
That's cheap. Wait, this water is very cheap. Oh, look at those little ones. There's an army airplane.
Okay, here's the crew and what they're getting. What's your name? Bam Bam.
Bam.
What
Abby
is,
Bam Bam.
you're Bama or Bam Bam?
Abby Bam Bam.
Abby Bam Bam? Bam, what are you getting for lunch?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese, grilled cheese?
Daddy, look, I
Rabbit?
finished the word.
This is Rabbit. She goes, her name is Lash. She goes by Rabbit. Or Splicket.
Pancakes and bacon.
Okay, this one here is Marnooch. His real name is Army, but I like to call him Marnucci. What are you getting, Armstrong?
Cheese.
Okay. And Frito Fred, Fast Finger Fred, because he's fast on the guitar frets, right, Frito?
Or fretties.
You're gonna go with
Pancakes and bacon.
Bird. Sounds good to me. Bam Bam, can you blow a kiss?
Sauce ketchup. Anything else for you?
Rubik's Cube.
You did?
I want that one, Daddy. That one's not working. Oh, we already got 2 of those. Watch out. What did
When your kids don't use tablets or iPads or any of those kind of things, this is the best $5 you can ever spend. Oh man, we've been here a while. No signs of letdown. Let's throw it 4 quarters. You need another one? Frito, what'd you get?
We got a little squishy yo-yo, a mini Rubik's Cube, and 2 squishy.
Oh, Marnooch?
How do I beat it? I only got you up in it, Dad.
Oh, that's okay. Everybody can share it too. Bam Bam, you got some goo balls? Rabbit, you got a bunch of rings?
I got 3 rings and then a
We got 650 miles to go, and it looks like
How do you open that one?
you can open it in the truck. It'll help you. I think we're set. What do you say, Armstrong? Okay, rock and roll. Little morning walk around. Well, we made it. We're in Big Truckee, California.
This is a governor to Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor. It's one of my favorite things to say is to do an Arnold impersonation.
Anyway, we made it up here. We made it up. We got through the scale. I'm heavy for California. I'm about 81,000 pounds, which is overweight for California. And I just rolled across the scale, and magic of magic, we made it. So we're waiting right now here. We're just at the turnoff to head up into the hills. We're waiting for Troy, who's the toilet master. Guys, you're gonna have a fresh, beautiful, clean toilet here in Truckee, California. You can go number 1, you can go number 2, you can go number 1.5, whatever. This thing is gonna be equipped for all your needs, okay? Here's the thing though, here's the thing.
What?
The coordinator with the state talked to Troy, and he said, you should be able to get a truck up in there. They've had logging trucks in there before. If you're in the trucking business, you know that is never a good thing to say. When the standard is they've had logging trucks in there before. Before logging trucks, they have this cool little trick where they can take their trailer and piggyback it on top of their truck and basically drive around like a pickup truck, more or less. And then when they get to the site, they can They grab the trailer and set it down, then they load their logs on, and all they have to do is get out loaded instead of getting up and in loaded. So I've done this job enough years hauling these toilets around the country that I've been in some situations that were completely insane, where we've had to unhook and use the crane to spin the trailer around, set it back down because we couldn't even turn the truck around. That was in New York. Anyway, we're gonna see. I don't know. Nothing will surprise me after Cerro Gordo. After doing these things, I know that these toilets are gonna get in one way or another. And what happens between now and then is either gonna be good content for you guys. Good content for you usually means sketchy for me. Easy for me usually means poor content for you. So we'll see what shakes.
So, Freddie pootered and closed the lid on the thing, and then we opened it and smelled it, and it smelled horrible.
Why would you open it and smell it after you pootered in it?
It was my idea.
Oh, Marnie. That's what boys do on the truck. You little turkeys. So they're gonna go up and check it out first because we don't know if I'll make it or not. So he goes, I don't want to get your truck up there and get stuck where you can't turn around, because we've done that before, like I mentioned. So he's gonna go check it out and call me and say, come on up and good luck, or he'll come back down with his truck and we'll have to lift these off of here onto his straight truck. So the way they told us they thought maybe we could make it is a definite big no-no. We couldn't even get turned around. We had to climb up the mountain halfway here to find a road wide enough that we could get this truck and trailer flipped around. So now we're flipped around, and you can see we're headed back down. Go ahead. Back down the mountain in a large thunder and lightning storm. I was lucky enough to find a nice Forest Service ranger to flag for me, because I had to go turn in and drive up a Forest Service road and then back straight back across. I was just about over the edge, and then turn and go back down the hill. And it's blind corners. There's a landfill up here above us, so there's people driving through here like crazy back. Thought we had to drive 1,200 miles to find a rainstorm, huh? Oh man, it is coming down and we got to unload this. So now our plan B, there's a pullout on the side of the road. This is Highway 89 south of Truckee, and we're going to use one of these pullouts, and we're going to unload the toilet and just leave it on the side of the road. And then Troy, with his straight truck and crane, is going to have to take one piece in at a time. He can put one piece on his truck at a time. He'll never make it in, but what we're gonna have to do is just come back tomorrow. It's that middle of the road. Yep, don't want to drive over that. We gotta watch for Troy. He's here on the road somewhere at one of these pull-offs, and it's gonna come up in a hurry, and there's 50 cars behind me already. So just gotta stay cool and chill, and get ready to hit them brakes. I think you should be just around this next corner. I think it's raining so hard. So we got it we got to the spot we need to be, and then it started raining, like raining. So me and Troy, yeah, that's good. Me and Troy are hanging out, watching the water run. We're gonna unload once we get done. But Troy, I don't know if you knew, your wife's really hungry for another child.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
No.
For real, she was.
Yeah,
She
I
was.
know better.
We were loading, and Dylan was getting a little slow, and she's like, "Kind of need some more help around here." And I said, "The best way to do that is," she said, "No, that ship has sailed." And I said, "I think I do." She said, "You love kids," and I said, "I know. That's why you should have another one." You'd be all for it, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
See, I knew it. Julie, if you're watching, which you are, I think I had a moment where I was like, "Troy, if you're watching,"
Really?
because I had her kind of talked into it. And then, so I told her when we were negotiating
To have more
for
kids.
the next child. You know, she was concerned about age 46. I kind of reiterated age is just more how you feel, not how old you are. And then she said that she might be willing if you will negotiate on another thing. And that was, she wants to name the hardware store Jules Tools.
Yeah.
And she said that was not, that you were not pleased with that.
No, that's
Newell Hardware was
right,
traditional.
right.
But since she's doing something non-traditional by having a child at age 47, you may do something non-traditional by calling it.
Yeah, I mean, we could put it on the table.
Maybe so. You guys, we're gonna get this done. See, I used to work as an auctioneer and as a ringman, and half of that job is just negotiating with people and making things happen. So I think Newell's gonna have its newest resident here in about 10 months when Troy gets home from these toilets. Wow, it's gonna be great!
From the toilet tour.
Woo! Hey, I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a long time. Circus peanut. Troy found some circus peanuts. And I'm not gonna lie about it because there's no reason to lie about it. I haven't had a circus peanut since I was a boy. And in my head for some reason, I think it's because of the texture and the color. Anyway, the kids were eating one, they gave me one. They taste like bananas. I do not remember these tasting like bananas. They should call them circus nanas, not circus peanuts, because they get a bad rap. Way too much sugar. It tastes like bananas. Did you know that? Is that right? Oh. So, we're up on top of the pot. They have a roof on them, which I'm standing on. I take the roof cap off, set it down, take this one off, set it down. If you look down there, you see those anchors. And those anchors will hook to and we'll lift the whole body off of here and set it down on the truck. loaded up, right, Rabbit? Now we're gonna set a world record speed of strapping and tarping. We're here in Reno, actually Sparks. Loaded up with the old James Hardy cement board factory. I bet some of you have been here before. They even let us in a little early, about 6:30. We got it on. We're gonna strap it. I don't have my tree nets with me, so we're actually gonna have to tarp it. They want you to tarp this to protect the packaging, not the product, which I understand. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm gonna strap. I'm gonna throw straps. Freddie just woke up. I'll throw straps. Rabbit, your job will be to put edge protectors on. Freddie's gonna dig out the rest of the edge protectors and put them here for you. I'll throw the straps where they need to be. We'll winch it down, and then we'll start with the hard part. We'll dig the tarps out. Yeah, I'll throw the straps over, and then you gotta set those like you were thinking. You can climb on top of this load. Yeah, right up there. See how this is a little edge protector right here? This is for that strap. You're gonna do the same thing like that. Put underneath my strap. Someone's squawking about. What you need?
I need a potty.
You need a potty?
Yeah.
All right. You guys, last time I loaded James Hardy in Reno, it was late in the summer. I think late August, and I think it was about 108 degrees here. And I was toiling pretty hard. I was here in the cab over. Here's the reason I won't forget. I don't know what they do around here, but I pulled in middle of the night, was sleeping on the little side road here, and they have some kind of water treatment, I think, that they use for the cement product process here. It must be how they get rid of it, is they spray it on the roads here to keep the dust down. Whatever they do over there turns it into this horrible smelling sulfur. And they drove by about 4 in the morning with that sulfur bomb. I mean, I've had like sulfur bombs. This was like sulfur bomb, because this is like if you could take the essence of sulfur and squeeze a drop out of it and stick it in my nose. That is the kind of sulfur I'm talking about. Ah, so bad. So bad. So I'll never forget old James Hardy. Nope.
There we go.
You're gonna get a good hook, make sure you got on the rail good. I always like to leave a little hole for you so you can throw. Put your hand in. All right, now Fred, you're gonna grab it here. You can make sure you got enough so you can do the old windmill. Okay, you're gonna go over, you got it. Hang on with this one, see if something, keep it on there so it doesn't come flying off when you throw it. Just think windmills. What's that?
I'll hold it like this, right?
That's how I do it. If that's how I do it, it's obviously the right way. Windmill that baby, Frito. You got it, buddy. What's the word, Lash? You did it make it? All right. Very good. Untwist it, get them protectors on, and we'll rip it, wrap it. Yep, right towards you, Fred. You got her, buddy. Crabs. Yep, keep rolling it towards you. Yep. Yep, right towards you. See how it's getting tighter now? Okay, now take this. Pull it up on the deck, see? I'll show you here in a sec. How you doing, Frieder?
Good.
Okay, now take it. Smell that again?
Yeah.
Oh, it stinks. Okay, now hold that there with one hand. Got it right there?
Yeah. Taking it right.
And then you gotta set your little winch clicker down. Got it. Now use your right hand and tighten the winch. Yeah, see now as the strap gets tighter, it'll hold that in place. so it can't get out. Just hand tighten it as much as you can. Got her. Okay. Here, hold this. I'm going to teach Rabbit. Okay, Ribs. Here's what we got here. This one is ready. We just got a little bit lost control over the inside of our deal. It got a little too big. So it's a quick fix. No big worries. Get back to the end. Good thing about this, there's always more practice to do. Wind her up. There we go. Now, set your clicker. Come over to this side. Use your right hand and hand tighten. That's important. You always want to make sure that your tail, see here, Rabbi?
Yeah.
Okay, you want this tail? You got to make sure that it's between the strap and the trailer with this one so that it won't get loose. There you go. Try the next one. So, it's like that strap. This will be one of the last loads for it. With some of this kind of product, you want to go tight, good and tight, but not insanely tight, or you might crack some of these boards. If you crack them, we got to pay for them. And I don't want to pay for cement boards because I got no use for them. Anyway, the freight world is kind of strange. Everything's kind of strange right now. This last time I hauled this load was the Summer of Love, we call it, where you could flatbed anywhere at any time. I think that was back, was it summer of 2017. I hauled this load, paid $260 a mile back then, and that was a great rate for a load at the time. I mean, it was plumb fine, and it served the purpose of where I was going. This load is paying it came up to $346, I think, a mile going back home, which is great. It's insane. But it just makes me nervous because I just feel like everything's too expensive. You guys see how much people are offering for jobs, you know, gas station jobs are 13 bucks an hour, truck stops. This load is paying $346. Everything, it just, I don't know. Anyway. No, it should be fine. So grab one more of those long ones here.
These ones?
Yeah, hook it on this one. There you go. Same thing, yep. Yeah, you remembered, Frito. Hooks out, you bet. Will it reach, or we need two short ones? Okay, now let's grab two shorties. That'll be a little better. You get her? Okay, cool. One of my admitted problems with flatbedding is instead of packing around 100 different kinds of tarps, I just carry one set of 8-foot lumber tarps. So when you haul loads that are only 3.5 feet off the deck, makes for some extra work. But I'm not gonna pack around a bunch of steel tarps, 4-foot tarps, 8-foot tarps. So I just deal with it a handful of times we gotta do it. With straps, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. You just got to get them started and get some of you pros out there are probably laughing at me. So my front tarp's going to overlap from the front. It's going to overlap about back to here. That's why I'm not worried about what's going on this tarp until we get towards the back here. What's cooking now, we're at the back end, and this tarp is not going to be overlapped by the other one. So it's standalone. It's got to be nice and tight and right like an old guitar. So this is one that we are going to make sure is good, right, Lashy? There are some dudes out there that are so good at tarping. You know who you are. And you see the load going down the road and you're just like, that is a beauty. So if you're one of them guys, good on you. You've perfected your craft. I'm not one of those guys. I do a decent job, but like I say, I got this big old hogging tarp and it's hard to get tight sometimes, but glad you guys are out there. So this is the worst part of an 8-foot lumber tarp. I don't know what they weigh. They gotta weigh 100 pounds. And then you get down here, and this is where all them hang cleans that I used to do back in the day come in handy. It's literally, it's a hang clean. Yep, roll it out, you got it. We're gonna cover this end of the load, and we'll get on the road. I gotta bring you guys with me more often, I think, doing this tarping stuff. This is way better. Okay, now grab up here. Remember, grab this half. Oh no, wait, actually no, we gotta, oh yeah, hold on. Yep, grab this half. There you go, Rabs. Take her down. I guarantee all the other truckers are jealous they don't have a crew to tarp. Be careful on that middle piece now, because it's covered with the tarp so you can't see the edges anymore, so be very, very, very careful. And once you get past the middle, it's all square again down there. There it is, the culprit, you guys. The James Hardy poo truck. Spraying pooters. He was nice enough to stop his spray before he got to where we were tarping. So it happens when you got a top-notch crew. Good to go. Not bad for monster tarps. Tell you what, using 8-foot lumber tarps, for those of you that truck, I'm gonna give you the rundown. Using 8-foot lumber tarps is the equivalent of using a crescent wrench for most of your shop needs. But I'll own it. That's all right. If I was a full-time flatbedding man, I'd change my ways, but not being a full-timer, being a cow man, and a part-time tarper, we'll take it. All right, we rolled into Bozeman. It is 11 p.m. and I got the A-team out. It's really nice, and we happen to be parked right under a beautiful light. Got the A-team, we're gonna untarp. Are you gonna untarp, Bama? She's gonna help. You guys ready to rock this? Yeah. So what we do is the opposite of what we did before. We start from right where we ended. That's where we start. And we work our way backwards. And we just do it. Right? You ready? Yeah. All right, rabbit. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Just gotta get it started. Okay, I got a really hard job for you. Can you handle it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to stomp on this tarp with your feet and squish it down, okay? Can you walk on it? Stomp on it. Stomp it. Nice job.
I'll put these ones in. Oops. Ooh.
Yeah. So heavy ones.
What is it?
So heavy ones.
So heavy.
Yeah.
Good girl. You got another one for you? Here's something for you to remember. Kids like to work. Kids like responsibilities. Kids like doing these things. It's like 11:30 now at night. They're happy to be out here. You see Bama? She's 3. She keeps coming back. Give me another one. Give me another one. Back and forth, back and forth. Remember that. Remember that. Kids love responsibilities and they love to be helpful and be doing things. They do.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Good girl, Bingers. Give me 5, baby. Right here.
Grandma, you did very good.
All right, guys.
Can you give us thumbs up?
Okay, so here we are. We're all done. What does that mean in the morning now, you guys?
Oh, we just unload it and we leave.
We what?
Unload it and we leave.
That's it. We are 3 hours from home.
3 hours.
Who's excited?
Me! Grandma, can you give us thumbs up?
Well, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. We made it. Not only did we survive, I'm gonna go ahead and take it a step further and say we thrived. You know how I know that we thrived? Because as we pulled in, this was great. Army's sitting up on the top bunk and I teased the kids. I'm gonna feed them here before we go home, like home. And I told them we were like an hour away, just typical dad thing. Oh, we're another hour away as we're pulling in. And then when they all came out, they're like, oh, Dad, oh. Army goes this, he goes, Dad, you're such a good teaser. I was like, yeah? He goes, yeah. How do you always get us to believe it? We always believe it, and then you tease. That is how I know that we thrived. That was like my dad validation, like, oh yeah, I got the dad city. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Anyway, my last words I would say in closing to end are this. It's up to parents to teach their children the ways, to teach them the things they need to know. I know it's not convenient to bring 4 kids on the road. I know a lot of you may have been thinking about seat belts and buckling up and car seats, and that's not safe. And I understand all that. But here's the thing. If we can't step out and show our kids the things we do and teach them the things we do, the generation will be lost, you see, because no one will be inspired at a young age. The reason I've always loved trucking is because I started when I was a wee man. I was just a little fella, and my dad took me everywhere with him. And it was my whole life, and that never left me. No, I'm not saying because you take your kids with you, they're gonna just turn into what you are. But they gotta be exposed to more stuff than just video screens and nothing. Nothing. They have to be exposed to more than nothing. It's really important. It's really important. So, hey, how'd you guys do with 0 video anything? You didn't even have a DVD player.
No, we're fine.
What'd you think, Marnie?
I don't want to watch a movie when we get home.
No, way too much fun looking out the windows, checking for wildlife. Did you find any sweet birds?
Uh-huh.
So many cool birds. Frito-Lay?
Yeah?
This is the first time you haven't played guitar in 6 days.
And it's killing me.
Is it killing you? Bam Bam? Could you be any more sweet and cute?
No.
No. Rabbit, you're the best co-pilot that I've ever had. Love you guys. So be sure to do your part. You've got kids, you got grandkids, whatever the case may be, teach them the ways. Please, teach them the ways. Because if you don't, nobody will. And if nobody does, bad deal. Bad deal. Till next time. We'll see ya. I'm thinking Van Vanderboom. Van Vanderboom.
No.
It would be so good.
No. We get mail already to VD Boom.
VD.
Yeah, that's a little, no.
How about Bobby Boomer? Bobby Boomer.